Have you ever wanted to walk away? Not from your dream, but from the people who made chasing it harder. What if, in doing that, you're also walking away from the very growth you need to actually reach that dream? Hi, I'm Mahalakshmi Sampson. I'm a counseling psychologist and a personal excellence life coach. Today, I want to share a story that stayed with me not just because it was painful, but because it reflects something many of us experience in silence, and we do not know that we are experiencing it, and we are also not clear about what is it that it stays there to tell you. It's about a teenager who loved his parents and still chose to disconnect from them. He once told me, I can't forgive my parents because of their choices. I had to give up my dream. He wasn't shouting or outwardly angry. In truth, I sensed that he wasn't really angry. He had unconsciously created that anger so that he could justify that distance, which means this anger was fabricated because sometimes anger feels safer than heartbreak. If he stayed connected, then he would have had to feel the pain. He lived under the same roof with his parents, but emotionally he had to shut down. He had chosen to shut down. No conversation, no connection, and it was just silence between him and his parents. And here is what made it more complex. You know what it is? It is that, his parents had apologized. They acknowledged the hurt, and their support had even helped him reach a better place in life than where he was. But still, he couldn't let go. And he said, I love them, not just them loving me. I love them too. And that made the silence even more heavier. Because when love and pain coexist, it does not create happiness, but it creates a lot of pain and sadness. It is not the indifference, but it is the overwhelm. When love and pain coexist, the heart often closes, not from hate, but from hurt. And you know what? He thought disconnecting would protect him. But soon, what happened was he began pulling away from others too. He ended friendships, avoided emotional conversations, and blamed it all on what his parents didn't do. And that's when I shared something with him. When we don't heal, pain doesn't stay in one place, it expands and it shows up in your work, in your friendship, your next relationship. You don't just walk away from others. In reality, you slowly walk away from yourself. So, what do I mean when I say process? Is very important thing to understand. It is a space between where you are and where you want to be. It is everything in between, the confusion that we experience, the conversations that we have, the disappointments we face, the rebuilding. It is choosing to stay present when it is easier to walk away. It is choosing the pain rather than freedom by walking away. In a nutshell, the process is about pain, presence, and patience. Pain when you undergo, when you connect. Presence, choosing to be in the here and now when you experience the pain. And patience, bringing in the patience too, so that you stay in and not walk away. So, this processing is very important for us to heal. And participating in the process doesn't mean you agree with what happened. It doesn't mean pretending that everything is okay. It means staying engaged with your healing, your truth, and your relationships, even when it is uncomfortable to stay there. Because how we handle the people who hurt us, especially the ones we love, often becomes a pattern for how we handle life itself. So if you choose to shut down, if you choose to stay silent or disconnect, then that becomes your blueprint. But if you stay, if you choose to speak, if you choose to forgive, even slowly, if that can happen, that's how strength is built. So let me ask you, where in your life are you shutting down instead of leaning in? Are you only seeing what hurt you or what hurts you and missing what could still heal you if you gave it a chance? Not just with them, but with yourself. Because choosing to reconnect doesn't heal relationships, it helps you to reconnect with you. And that's how we begin to live fully, and living fully means that not from a place of hurt but from a place of wholeness. And healing begins where silence ends. If this message touched you, share it with someone you care about. And tell me in the comments, where in your life are you being invited to stay in the process? Subscribe for more stories that blend psychology, healing, and the journey back to yourself. But remember, stay present, stay engaged, because you're not alone in this process.